Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of 3 Baldur's Gate draft. Looking good here. I think my pick's going to be Skanos, because I really like this card a lot. But the Archivist is a decent card. I mean, there's certainly some ways to search in this format. Unfortunately, it's not like Double Team doesn't do it. You don't. That just puts it right in your hand. But I'm pretty sure there's at least a few ways to search. But Skanos is very strong, and the green-white version of this card is real crazy. I mean, they're all good, obviously. Even if you don't specialize it, it's good. But the green-white one, I feel like if you get one smash where just everything gets lifelink, you just gain 1 billion life in one turn, and it's real good against those aggro decks. But let's take Skanos. Good card. Very solid. Follow-up pick. Well, Cast Down's pretty awesome. There are a lot of legends in this format, but still. Otherwise, yeah, Immolator is good. It's also a dragon, not to be overlooked. Follow the Tracks in green is playable, not terribly exciting, but it is a ramp card. 3 mana ramp, not nearly as exciting as Rampant Growth. Improvised Weaponry is shockingly good in this format. Reckless Barbarian is playable. Water Weir always comes off as very playable, but I don't see it happen very often. I mean, it gets bigger too. It's weird that I don't see it played that often. Let's take Cast Down. I feel like it's an easy pick. Removal is very good in this format. This is borderline traditional draft format with Cast Down and other removal spells actually being playable. Another Skanos. I mean, it's a legend, but I don't really mind taking another one. It's a dragon, so it's a relevant creature type. It specializes and gets real good. Dread Lenorm is very good, too. The fact that the adventure side gives hexproof and untaps is remarkably strong. Not only protects from removal spells, but also can be a combat trick, and the creature grows. Like, Scale Deflection is incredibly strong in limited. Arcane Archery is very playable. For me, it's Lenorm versus Skanos, and I think the upside of Skanos is worth just taking it. I mean, you attack with this, and just at least, even unspecialized, makes another creature get +4 power. That's huge. But honestly, close with Dread Lenorm. They're both super good cards. All right, Jaheira is great. I love that this card just blows up artifacts and enchantments, and as well as does other things too. Multiple abilities on your 2-drop. Great card. Dragon's Fire is very good too. But I'd rather have the on color with our other legends card for now and just cut green and get solid cards. I mean, 2 mana, 2/3. Hexproof from artifacts and enchantments. I don't even think I've seen that come up before in a game. Maybe it has, and I just can't remember, but the hexproof from artifacts and enchantments, not super relevant, but you'd think this card was protected against everything when you play it. When it comes out there, it's got it's got the hexproof imagery going on top of it. Okay. Moradin's Disciple is very good. Love that double team. Humiliation is a very good card too. Strong removal for 1 mana. I really like the Disciple. A Disciple probably could be better than the removal here. Attack, tap their biggest thing, get another one. I mean, if you get 2 of these out, tapping their 2 biggest things, I feel like you're really getting in there. Pretty awesome with Skanos as well. Attack with both of these, turned into a 6/3 that taps their biggest dude, find another one. Yeah, I think we'll take the Disciple. I feel like I never get to play this card either, probably because it's uncommon. Okay. Well, I really like seeing a bunch of good white and green cards, since that's the direction I'd probably like to go. Here it's Knoll Hunter versus Duskguard Containment. I don't 100% know if I'm white yet, so it might still be smarter to stick to green. But Minimus Containment is certainly playable removal. Deals with pesky cards. And green-white, you know, they don't have a ton of removal. But you can never have enough 2-drops. I haven't seen much of Knoll Hunter either. I'm going to take the Knoll Hunter. I'm going to play it safe and just stick to green because I really want to make sure that I can play green with the cards I have now. What's Split the Spoils do again? Exile 5. Oh, yeah. Opponent choose 1. So you get cards back. It's pretty good. Ambergris is pretty good. I do like this card. If you have no cards left in hand, too, you just straight up draw cards. Even unspecialized. I mean, that's a strong effect. That is very strong. So I'll consider this. We're going to be maybe a legend deck. Who knows? All right. More ramp. Dragonborn I'm not really interested in. Could take the Fireball. Naga, at least a good sideboard card. But we already have Jaheira, which is a lot cheaper than Naga. Fireball's playable. There's no green card I want. And Fireball does kill quite a few things. It's expensive, but it's instant speed. We can take it. Warcaller I love. I love Warcaller. I think even if you're not playing dedicated beatdown, Warcaller's pretty good. Sylvan Shepherd has kind of surprised me in this format. I feel like I lose against it more often than I thought I would. But it's definitely more for the life gain deck. Whereas Warcaller, I suppose, is more for the beatdown deck, but can you imagine doing that on a Skanos? My goodness. Giving this thing haste. Wow, wheeling an Immolator is a good sign for red, I would think. Because I like this card. 4 mana, 2/4, not that impressive. But 3 mana +2/+0, I guess that's not that impressive either. But the die effect is pretty good. Perpetually making the next creature bigger based on its power is a nice effect. All right, I like Arcane Archery. I think this is a good combat trick. It's got a lot wrapped into it, which I think makes it an excellent combat trick. I like it more than Line Up the Shot and Dueling Rapier, although Line Up the Shot, at the very least, an excellent sideboard card. Provocation, better if you have some sort of sack effect, which I doubt we're going to get. But I really doubt we're going to need an Iron Golem either. Neither of these cards are really necessary. Follow the Tracks at least, I guess, fixes if I really need it. I just doubt I'll need that. Okay, so Giant Fire Beetles, another one of those cards that's surprisingly playable. Although I could just take the Knoll Hunter and be happy enough with that. Solid 2-drop. This card, I feel like, really dominated when it first got printed in the other, whatever the original D&D set was called. I should know, but I can't remember. But I feel like it hasn't come up as much in this one, which is kind of weird. I have lost against it a couple times. It's just a good, solid 2-drop. You get one counter on it, you're pretty happy. It's going to keep beating in. Giant Fire Beetles has been really excellent in this format, too. Mostly just because Double Team is so excellent, but we'll take Knoll Hunter. So Swashbuckler Extraordinaire is a good card. I might just want the Dread Lenorm, though. Really can't stray away from this card and the fact that this effect is so good. So I think we'll take Dread Lenorm. I already passed one for Skanos. I'm not going to pass another one, I don't think. I do like the Extraordinaire, though. The ramp is excellent, especially since this would let us go right into Skanos on turn 4, and it's a dragon. But I'm not going to pass Dread Lenorm. It's a dragon, too, but I just love this card. Another Knoll Hunter. I'm fine with it. Valor Singer is good, but we can take a bunch of Knoll Hunters. We have, I mean, even if they just attack together with Skanos, and the fact that, it has to trigger before that +X+0 effect comes off, just these two is at least pumping it, so that's good. Another good card with Warcaller, too. If you already have a little bit of an army out there. Could take another Warcaller. Or could take the Basilisk. Basilisk offers a little more protection, but I don't know. I kind of feel like we're looking like decent red-green beatdown. We've got pretty good early game. Already have some haste. I'm not blown away by Basilisk. We'll take Workcaller. This card has impressed me. Perpetual haste is nice. Could take another Fireball. 2 Fireballs is probably more than I need. But considering we really don't have much removal, you know, the only other removal we had was that cast down that I'm not going to splash for. So in case we need it, I'll take it. All right, Rabble Rouser. Well, you know me and this card. I love it. Really, really good card. I suppose with Knoll Hunter, you'll have to pump it in advance, but that's totally fine. What's nice is if you have, you know, you double team and you have 2 out. Wow, another one. If you have 2 out, 1 pump and you've, and you got the Knoll Hunter out, 1 pump and you've got 6 power. So that's pretty cool. Just have to pump before you attack, and then you already get your 3/3 Knoll Hunter. Pretty nice. I don't need any of this. We'll maybe just cut green. We're not like a graveyard deck. Pseudo Dragon Familiar might be my favorite card here. They made it a 2/2. I think it was a 2/1 before. I see. I don't think they needed to make it a 2/2, but I guess I'm maybe... Oh, they're trying to make blue better. That makes sense, because everyone says how terrible blue is. I'll take Prophetic Prism. Let's see how they change this one, too. If you don't put the card on... Look at the if it's a land, put it into the battlefield tab. If you don't put the card onto the battlefield, you may put it on the bottom of your library. I'm not quite sure how they changed that one yet. I'd have to look closer. I guess I could take... I think Workcaller... I mean, Barbarian does let us ramp into our 5 and 7 drops, and we do already have 2 Workcallers, but I'll still take it. I don't care. Maybe another Prism. I doubt I'm going to play Follow the Tracks, even the first one. Bag of Holding seems unlikely. Can take Basilisk in case I need it. Death Touch is good. Fiendlash. This card is actually kind of cool. I do actually like this card. What's nice about this card is it's got some inevitability to it, but the pick is probably Owlbear Shepherd just because this card is so good. This card wins games. The problem with Owlbear Shepherd in this deck is it really... I feel like it's at odds with what Workcaller wants to do, but Workcaller giving things haste is still pretty good. We're probably not going to need 3 of them. Dragon's Fire is excellent, but Owlbear Shepherd wins games. You draw cards off of this, and it's a stalemated board state, you're likely going to win the game. I should probably look with the red-green. I think it's first strike. Okay. Not the most exciting one, but still pretty good. So, another Jaheira. I mean, 2-drop. There's plenty of artifacts and enchantments to blow up in this set, so I'm happy to take that. And like I said, 2 mana, 2/3. Can't go wrong. Got a lot of legends in here. Knoll Hunting Party. That is a great pickup for us. Really, really excellent card. Very, very strong card. Gets cheaper. Has double team. Another Dreadlenorm. Wow. Or we could take the Pilgrim's Eye. I'm going to take Dreadlenorm, though. Breath Weapon's kind of cool, and I think our dragon count's actually, 4, not terrible. But, yeah, I'm taking Dreadlenorm. Great card. So, we're 1 playable away from a deck, technically. Removal-wise, pretty bad, admittedly. 2 Fireballs and an Arcane Archery. Not the best. All right. Got the Dragon's Fire now. I'm going to take it over our 3rd Dreadlenorm, just so we have some interaction. And what's nice in this deck with Dragon's Fire is we have Dreadlenorm. So Dragon's Fire in this deck is a 2 mana, 7 damage to something if you have this outer in your hand. That is strong. I feel like we're good on expensive stuff, so we probably don't need the Herd Gorger. But then again, we probably don't need... I don't need to give my things haste. Return up to 2 creature and or land cards from your graveyard to your hand. I mean, that's not bad. Probably take another archery, though. Sticking that on a huge fatty, especially with 2 Skanos and the Dreadlenorms. Giving something trample like that is good. 3 Jahiras? Wow. Remember, you can specialize this. I like that I'm telling you, remember, even though I'm the one that didn't realize that until a commenter said it. But I mean, Jaheira's versatility is more than Null Hunter, but having 3 legends is maybe not the best idea. But it does specialize for 2, so it's probably fine. Battlecry Goblin, wow. I love this card. Battlecry Goblin is, you know, it's still debatable. Do I like the Rabble Rouser or the Battlecry Goblin more? That's actually a tough call. I mean, this continuously makes the 1/1s that you can inflate. This just gives you 1. I don't know. We got Fiend Lash back, or we can take Band Together, get some more removal. I actually like Fiend Lash. I mean, can you imagine sticking down a Dreadlenorm? What are they going to do? All right. I'll take it. It's very clunky, and we don't have any ramp, and Band Together would have been a good pickup. But all right, we're taking Weaponry. I'm really happy to get it here because it's a good card. Valor Singer is good. I don't know if this is the right deck for it, but Ettercap is actually very good. Warriors of Tiamat, probably not what we want. I don't think we're going to need a Druidic Ritual. This is an odd deck. It has a little bit of 2 different things going on, but ultimately I'm happy with it. Let's see. You know, I didn't even look at what the red-green version of this does. When you do put X +1/+1 counters on another target creature, you control X the number of cards you've discarded this turn. Interesting. Okay. So we have to make quite a few cuts now. I think Warriors of Tiamat can go. Ettercap, I think, is something this deck is probably going to want. I think Valor Singer, as good as this card is, this is probably something we don't need. And 3 Warcallers. Warcaller is just so excellent with Rabble Rouser. Yeah, it's excellent with Rabble Rouser. Just going Warcaller into Rabble Rouser, getting the free card is very good. Well, we're going to have to make at least 6 more cuts. So, creature-wise, we have 22. I mean, we could easily just cut 6 creatures and call it a deck. Let's at least cut 1 Warcaller. I don't really want to cut any of these. I could cut the Basilisk. I think that's reasonable. It's not like we're not light on 2-drops, so that's just fine. Fiend Lash is clunky. I don't know what to say, but it's got some inevitability to it, which is pretty good. Maybe 2 Fireballs is unnecessary, but it does sort of feel like we're supposed to cut creatures, but you know, it might be reasonable. 1 Fireball seems like enough to me. So I definitely want to keep the Weaponry. Maybe 1 Archery is good enough too. I know I'm supposed to cut creatures, but Ettercap is, I mean, it also just blows up dragons and kills flyers, and 2/5 body holds down the fort pretty well. Once again, this is that issue where maybe I shouldn't be running Warcallers. As good as they are, especially in this deck with the double team, they may not be the right choice for this deck, because we're more of a win in the late game sort of deck. Now, you might think Null Hunting Party would be in that same boat, but even if you're paying 6 mana for a 4/4 that has first strike on your turn, that's still good enough. So obviously at its best in an Omega aggro deck where you're paying like 3 mana for a 4/4 first strike double team, but even paying full price, it's worth it. I guess we're going to dump the Warcallers. I don't want to, because I think they're good in this deck, but with the Shepherd and I just think the late game is going to be better for this deck. So I do have to make one more cut. Might be the Arcane Archery. If I cut one Arcane Archery, that leaves us a Dragon's Fire, Weaponry, one Archery, Ettercap, Fireball as removal. That might have to be good enough. Because this also blows things up. So we do have creatures that, and these are combat tricks. Okay, yeah. Dreadlannorm are combat tricks. And Jaheira blows up enchantments. So even though we don't really have that many non-creature cards, our creatures do non-creature spell effects with their adventures and stuff. So good card, or good deck rather. I like this deck. So we have double red. And Rabble Rouser demands quite a bit of red as well. We have more green overall. I'm almost thinking we want the extra red. Because we also have Immolator. Although Immolator, because it's 3 mana to inflate, Rabble Rouser is more important, get more red. But Battlecry Goblin 2, no, I think the proper choice is more red than green. Even if there are more green cards. Fun looking deck. Very fun. We'll try this. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right, round 1, we'll play first. Let's see, 2 green, we got red spells in here. This is probably too dangerous, especially on the play. This one's fine, good actually. And we can pitch a forest. And that way we can go Knoll Hunter into Shepherd and have Arcane Archery as a combat trick. I wonder, so if I play the Shepherd and I do the Archery... Oh, this is the first time I've seen this. Ooh, that was a great draw, wow. No. No thanks. So I can do the Scale Deflection. It's the best use of mana. I think we'll do that. I guess maybe we wait though. Like I could deal 2 extra points of damage, which is relevant there, but this gives hexproof, so it might be better to wait. They have a couple creatures in there. Is it 4 before it triggers? Guess the Shepherd makes more sense. I'm waiting on the Archery because it's not lethal, and the surprise of it might actually be better for us ultimately. Although, I guess if I get 7 mana, I'd rather play the Dreadlannorm. You know, considering what they have out right now, I'm pretty happy I have 3 Jahiras in here. I don't need to show them the improvised weaponry, but we'll show them the Arcane Archery. So a deck full of artifacts and enchantments. Jaheira, 3 Jahiras are going to be real happy campers in this matchup. I don't even think I showed what the red-green version of this does. So not the most exciting. It does give a boon, and haste is good, especially with Skanos and Dreadlenorm, but not the most exciting. But it is a 2-drop that turns into a 3/4, so what do you want? What more could you want? I don't know. It worked pretty well the first time around. I suppose we can keep it. It's a keep. Both colors. Hunters, Rabble Rouser. So we want to do the Rabble Rouser first because it finds another one. And Knoll Hunter doesn't get truly exceptional until you've got 6 power out. We'll just play another one. Might actually make more sense to play the green card because we have 2 red mana, but that's fine. We'll do Rabble Rouser. And if we draw another red mana, we can go Knoll Hunter Pump, or we can go Knoll Hunter Fiend Lash. That is totally fine. So if we attack now, they'd still have to double block to kill something, so I'm fine with that. Okay. I'm fine with that. And then we don't even have to pump too. I mean, they get a perpetual buff, I think, but so we want to use the green mana. I guess we don't really want to play Jaheira until it might, playing Jaheira might dissuade them from playing one of their mini artifacts and enchantments, but that's all right. All right. All right. So choice of Fireball now. Feels probably wiser to kill Minthara and just attack. If I kill Rasad, I get my Knoll Hunter back, but Minthara is really going to start going off if I don't deal with it, so I think we'll kill it. So we can wait now, because if I attack, they'll trade with a Priest of Ancient Lore, whereas if I wait a turn, I can make them 3/3s, although they'll be able to specialize Rasad. One power from the good stuff here. I guess I'll get in for 5. Well, they should have blocked Rabble Rouser with Rasad, but maybe the Rabble Rouser attack didn't make a ton of sense in hindsight, but that's okay. Okay, so we can do Battle Cry Goblin and give it haste. Oh, they made Baleful Beholder bigger. It was a 6/5 before. Wow. Okay. I didn't realize that. That's cool. Let's just do Skanos. And is it give first strike? Is that what it was? I forget. Yeah. So, yeah, let's do Skanos. Best use of mana here. So when it specializes, okay, so it's a base power 1/1 now when it dies. Not a huge deal. So I can do Fiend Lash and equip on Skanos. Can also just turn into a 5/5 first strike. That probably makes the most sense. Which means maybe I should have discarded the land there. So it's got to be Fiend Lash or Battle Cry. I think the Battle Cry has to go then, because Fiend Lash is going to do some inevitability. So now we can attack with Skanos and Knoll Hunter. We'll leave one back because they don't quite have lethal yet. And they do have to block here. So they'll probably double block. Well, they don't have a good block, though, because of the first strike. They basically have to chump. Hey, we got a no ability Knoll Hunter back. I'm all right with that. Let's go Fiend Lash now. Okay, so we can equip this on this because it'll pump more. And basically this guy, we can attack with everything but the 1/1 because we can still double pump Rabble Rouser as well. Oh, I guess we attack with everything, don't we? We do attack with everything. Never mind. Never mind. All right. So I wonder, do we want to spread the damage? I think we spread it out, actually. Because now they have to block our 8/1 Knoll Hunter. And then they still die. Oh, I guess they don't die. All right, so we can do Knoll Hunting Party here. Nice one. Let's see. So they have lethal next turn. They don't have a way to deal with Minthara. Because of the first strike here, they just have to chump. And unfortunately, Fiend Lash is not going to take me to the promised land. So if I'd played Jaheira, I actually would have gotten there, which is kind of funny. Let's see. I can gain 4 life. I wonder if I just Jaheira. I don't think this is going to be enough, unfortunately. Well, so I can specialize, but they can tap too, huh? Okay. I need to equip Fiend Lash, and I feel like I need to gain the life here too. But the Disciple, I think, is ultimately what's gonna... I think I submit 0 just because if they sack the treasure in response, I don't think I gain the 4 life. And then I equip... well, they just tap whatever one has it because of Moradin's Disciple. Like I said, the first strike is what they just chump there and then... All right, on to game 3. Let's see. No, I still like where we're at. It's good enough. We need some lands, but I like it. Good draw there. I guess we'll discard these two. I'll keep one Skanos. Let's see. Guess we'll smash with both here. What's this one do again? Get a 4/1 menace. All right, so we can play Skanos now. I think we'll do this. Because we know they have board wipes, so I kind of like this more, I think. Sure. Sensible. All right. So now we can inflate. Let's see, 6 mana. Second still. I feel like this used to put it in your hand, but maybe I'm not remembering correctly. All right, we'll see for round 2. Round 2, this hand looks fine. Probably a good one. Oh, they weakened it. Interesting. Ooh, Merchant. Love Merchant. One of my faves. Turn 3 Rabble Rouser. Well, we're going to make best use of mana and just play the Shepherd there. All right. So 4 mana. We can leave up Lenorm. We can leave up Arcane Archery, Ettercap. I think we'll pass. Nice draw 3 ramp. Seems pretty good. Well, hopefully they're just ramping towards a big dragon that I can blow up. Sure. So we can kill the merchant with the fireball. I think I kind of like that. Just because merchant's going to draw cards. I could save it for bigger threats. Yeah, the problem is they play something, they're going to be able to sack it to merchant in response to my fireball. So I think we just kill the merchant. I still have Ettercap, which ideally can deal with big fat flyers. Next turn I can do Scale Deflection plus Rabble Rouser too, which is not bad. And then they made this one bigger, because I think this was a 1/1 before. Baconia is a great one. So they can get back their merchant. At least there's nothing like insane for them to get back right now, so that's good. That's smart. So I think we'll just play a Rabble Rouser. Leave up Lenorm. I mean, I could have waited and given Lenorm the reach trample, but I kind of want to use the Scale Deflection. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but... Okay. So I can attack with Rabble Rouser. Double team. How would they block? Because I can triple pump it. So I have 7 power. They could block with 2 Circle of the Land Druids. Or they could just chump. They could block with... Well, I want to kill Merchant, so we'll get the double team. Oh yeah, this has trample and reach as well. But I think I feel fairly comfortable playing Dreadlenorm now. And drawing a card. They already know about it, so I don't see why not. You know, I'm sure they have removal spells in there, but currently they can't block Dreadlenorm, so it seems like the correct one. Alright, creatures, what are they going to get back? Herdgorger and the Serpent? Makes sense. Especially since they can use the bounce effect of Serpent. At least the Rabble Rouser is perpetually bigger, but it will lose the +1/+1 counters. Let's see. They still don't have amazing blocks for Rabble Rouser either. And they still can't block Dreadlenorm, so I would say the best thing to do is just smash with Lenormand and Rabble Rouser. I think that makes sense. So they go to 6. And then we're still going to draw more cards, and we have 8 mana, so we'll just play out everything here. Jaheira can just blow up Prophetic Prism. So it doesn't perpetually get it? Oh, it doesn't. For some reason I thought it was a perpetual thing, but it's not. So Jaheira can give haste to things. This pulls up flyers, but they don't have any flyers. I'm still drawing a card every turn. If I attack with Lenormand now, they just block with Herd Gorger. I mean, we're kind of stalemated, so I guess I can draw a card. They have blockers for my Pump Knoll Hunter, so that's not going to work. Could attack with the Rabble Rousers, but currently with the mana I have, I can only make them 5 power, which is not enough to get past the Herd Gorger or the Skullport Merchant. So it almost makes me want to play the land. Just to get, because then if I draw another red mana, then I can attack with Rabble Rousers. I guess that makes sense. Do I need to play Jaheira? I don't really. I can blow up a Prism, but I'm not sure if it matters now. They have all the fixing they need. I'm just going to keep drawing cards and hanging out here. I hope they're just digging for a flying dragon that I can blow up. Ah, Skanos. Yes, that's a good one. So they have 4 blockers. Ah, another Dreadlenorm. Well, it's pretty good. They can double block the Dreadlenorm, though. I have 9 mana. So I don't have enough to do this plus play it. But I do have enough to do Skanos plus play Dreadlenorm. So they have 4 cards in hand. I'm going to see how they block the Dreadlenorm. If they double block, I'll kill the Sword Coast Serpent. If they don't then at least I can... they did double block wisely. So we'll kill the Sword Coast Serpent. That one's more dangerous anyway. Then we can play Skanos and we can leave up Dread Lenorm mana. And Ettercap. So I can Dread Lenorm Skanos. It's probably a good attack. Let's see. I can block with a Knoll Hunter, though. I only need one with Skanos anyway. So maybe we block like this. And then I'll do Dread Lenorm on Skanos. Alright. So I can use Skanos and turn it into 7 power first strike by discarding the mountain. And then we can actually play another Skanos, which is kind of nice. So we can attack with Skanos plus Knoll Hunter. So at least Knoll Hunter is at the very least lethal. I think we'll still kill the Sword Coast Serpent. Just because it gets unblockable. Oh wait, I was supposed to kill the... I screwed up. I was supposed to kill the Dragonborn. Because now my Skanos dies. If I'd killed the Dragonborn, it wouldn't have... that was my mistake. Possibly a game-breaking one. We'll find out. You know, your old pal Alex can't be... can't make things easy. That's the Alex Stephenson secret. Never make things easy. 5 cards left? Okay. It's nice. I see. Maybe Druidic Ritual before was you had to mill 3, but now it's a you may mill 3. That would kind of make sense. No trample, okay. So they have 2 blockers, but they're going to have 6 mana. I guess since Skanos is dying anyway, we can throw it in front of something here. So now, unfortunately, I think we have to go full-fledged survival mode. Not ideal. I guess we can sandbag the land. Because they have the bounce effect, huh? And they don't have any flyers in their entire deck. Oh, I guess that's not true. They have Young Blue Dragon. Let's see. But do I want to keep the mountain for Jaheira blow-up purposes? Sort of. Then I can blow up Prophetic Prism and give something haste, which is largely irrelevant here. But gaining the life is good, so why don't we do Jaheira? And we can do the Dread Lenorm too. I don't need to specialize just yet. So they'll probably bounce Dread Lenorm is my guess. I don't know if the card draw is difference necessarily between winning or losing here, so we'll see. Do I want to play land? What can I do with 10 or 11 mana that I can't do with 9? Because I do want to specialize Jaheira. I think I'm going to wait on the land. I can't see right now what difference that makes, so... So let's see. I can probably block here. Guess I could triple block the Herd Gorger. All right. Nice thing is I can kill that. Ooh, they made that bigger too. That's kind of nice. All right, so land. Kill that. Wait, let's make sure I do this right, because I'm going to need some blockers too. I think we do have to blow up the young, but let's see. 3, 5, 8. Or is it smarter to go 3, 5, then I can't play that. So 3, 5, 8. It only gives me, so I'll have 4. I think it's still probably right. Unfortunately, I think we lose our Eder cap because of that, because there's no target. But that's all right. They only have 3 cards left. Hopefully that's not intimidating enough here. So I can do Knoll Hunter plus Owlbear Shepherd, but actually 4, 6. I'll be 1 short. If I pump the Rabble Rouser, I'll still be 1 short of being able to draw. So my other choice is the Knoll Hunting Party. But I think we'll get the 2 cards out here. Yeah, that's funny. So 1, 3, I need 8. Yeah. So even if I pump Rabble Rouser, we're 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah. 1 short. All right, so we'll go to game 2 here. All right. Anything we want to do differently? So Fireball doesn't deal with Serpent. Doesn't deal with Herd Gorger. Deals with some stuff, but not a ton. Not looking great here. I wonder, maybe archery is actually better for us. I could see that. They don't have a ton of instant speed removal, do they? Oh, I guess they have bounces. They have you come to a river, which they made more expensive, interestingly. Huh. Wasn't expecting that. And then Sewer Plague, and they have the Serpent as well. I guess that does make stuff like archery worse. But Fireball doesn't have... I mean, I guess it kills a merchant. It's so expensive, though, in this match. I'm not really digging it. I wonder if do I need to go more aggro mode? Like, dump the Eder Cap. Do a War Caller. Maybe. Weaponry is not really what we want either. So maybe a couple War Callers. I could see this plan maybe working a little bit better. All right, we'll give this a try. So ultimately, I think I probably cost myself the game with my Skanos attack, but nothing I can do about it now. Not my attack, my choose how they block thinger. So I'd prefer if they didn't get a token. And I do want to double team. All right, we'll just get in with the Rabble Rouser, and I suppose we'll do another Rabble Rouser. If I attack with Ambergris, they get free treasure counter with Horde Robber, and since they're both color and mana heavy deck, I prefer to not do that. They can bounce Rabble Rouser now so they can get in, but I'll accept that. Oh, I see what they did. It's on top now. It's not return. I get it. I get it now. I guess I would prefer to get green mana, but I'll put it on top. So now we can go Ambergris at least. And we'll just get in for 3. So this turns into... Oh, that's cool. Could actually be worth it. So it also turns into a 4/3. Sure. All right. So we'll attack with Rabble Rouser. They won't block, and then we'll play Rabble Rouser plus Warcaller. I mean, they could block, but I suppose I'd be okay taking up my turn, killing their Horde Robber. Warcaller with Skanos could be quite good. But we need to get green mana first. The 3/4 is super relevant now with 2 Warcallers, but that's alright. We'll do... So I can only pump twice. And I can only do the... I don't have a red card. Well, do I just make him double block Skanos? I mean, I have another one in here. Yeah, I guess so. It's a lot of damage. I mean, with the Knoll Hunter Warcaller, it gets bigger too, so that's good. Because with... I guess with 5 mana, though, I can only pump it once. But that's ultimately enough to pump the Knoll Hunter, so that's probably okay. I guess Jaheira can blow up Bronze Walrus. We can double pump Rabble Rousers. So they can pump the Sepulchre Ghoul, but we can kill it in response to the pump. So I think the best is just pump here for now. So we get another Knoll Hunter pump here. Get the pack tactics. Because I think they're ultimately gonna... I see. That kind of makes sense. You can only activate it once a turn, right? Okay. So we'll kill it now. And then we can give Jaheira haste. And give both Jaheira's haste. And draw, specialize, play. Yeah, well, we only have the 1 green mana, so I guess we're not going to be able to play both. But I will be able to play Jaheira and blow up Bronze Walrus, so that's pretty good. So they have 7 mana still. Oh, they can do the blue one and actually get the instant sorcery. So that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. So they have Dragon's Fire mana. Currently don't have... They do have a dragon. Or I thought they did, but they discarded Young Blue Dragon. Why? Oh, they had to discard for Specialize. That makes sense. They played the Horde Robber, so now they still have Dragon's Fire up. Okay, good to know. Oh, because they have Skanos. Yes, yes. That makes sense. Another Rabble-Rouser, so I can give that haste. But I can only pump twice, unfortunately. Not quite good enough yet. But, I mean... Yeah, not having another land is a little bit tricky here. I mean, I can double team. I wonder if the best play is just Warcaller out the Rabble-Rouser, attack with all 3, so Viconia will eat 1. They'll have to block the other 2. Or I guess they don't have to block the other 2, but they probably want to. I think we gotta stay. We gotta be aggressive here, I think. So we'll give that haste as well. And then we can play the Rabble-Rouser. Attack with all 3. They're going to get another creature, though, because of the Myconid. And actually, yeah, that's not going to work either, is it? Because I don't have enough mana to play Rabble-Rouser plus pump twice, which ultimately I think is what I need to do. Tricky. Tricky situation, sadly. So we'll play Jaheira. And... play... I guess I should have played the non-hasty one, and we'll play a Rabble-Rouser, and then we'll pass. So I got the land, which means I can pump Rabble-Rouser 3 times, which ultimately I think is what we need to do. I want to blow up the Walrus, but we got to get in with Rabble-Rousers while we still can here. So we'll get in with... We'll get in with the 3 rabble rousers and get the double team off. I'm still going to be able to double team, right? Yeah. So that's okay. Okay, so we'll kill the Horde Robber. I don't think we have graveyard interaction unless I'm misremembering here. All right. Then we can give our other rabble rouser haste here. Eventually we can blow up Bronze Walrus when we have a card we don't need anymore, although I guess we're still a little mana hungry with our rabble rousers, but we only have 1 left, so because I think we probably already lost 3. Ah, Tasha, good one. Guess we'll take 10. Okay, so this can, let's see, blow up the Walrus. Let's see, blow up Walrus. Gain 4. It's when it attacks you or Tasha. And, okay. This becomes 3. This has haste, so we'll give haste to this one too. So let's maybe activate this to blow up Walrus, or yeah, because then otherwise I can't play Jaheira. So we'll do this, discard the mountain. And blow up the Walrus. And then we can do Rabble Rouser with a pump. And we'll do the regular Jaheira. Let's see. +4. I'm trying to think. Will they be able to smash back with everything? So they'll get the 1/1 +4, and it'll be Xaxes lethal. So I can't actually attack with everything. So I guess I'm most willing to lose Jaheira or the Rabble. Well, the Rabble Rouser's inflatable, so I guess I'm more willing to lose my regular Jaheira. So we're going to deal just 2 to them and take them to 3. Oh, I guess they're going to be able to block, though, huh? Oh, it's -1/-1 counters, too. Wow, okay. Huh. Tough one. I thought it was just -1/-1 till end of turn, but that's much, much better. So we'll take 4. Oh, let's see. Red mana. So because of this, can't get in for anything substantial. So I think we'll just use this. Oh, but if I do the red one, then I lose my other Jaheira. So if I'd drawn green mana, I could have kept this, but... So I can afford to take Skanos, but I'm going to have to chump 2 other guys. What's the emblem on this again? Oh, you just get 3 creatures. Okay, that seems pretty good. I don't know what happened to the sound effects. That was kind of weird. Oh, they're there. So they have Menace as well, which means I have to block everything or I die. All right, see you for round 3. All right, round 3, good looking hand. Jaheira into Ambergris or Weaponry, both pretty good. Well, Jaheira looks better with the, I guess, Thieves' Tools out. That's nice. I don't even know if using a card to blow up Thieves' Tools is necessarily worth it, but we'll find out. Merchant. All right, well, we'll attack. I doubt they block anyway. And then we'll play Ambergris. This turns into a 4/3. All right, that's cool. And the red-green one, I keep having to look at it, but... Oh, that's cool, yeah. This card, so that's good. Gets bigger. Owlbear's a good one. All right, so is Knoll Hunter. It's pretty good. So let's see. I could do Ambergris. They probably just want to trade, but then I can at least make... Guess I could just make Ambergris huge, too. So let's see. Discard that. Discard 5 cards, draw 2. So I lose a bunch of cards to draw 2. But I discard 5, so it has 7. I mean, that's pretty good, but I lose a lot of cards for that. And they're in colors that have removal. That might be a bit too dangerous for my taste. So why don't we just do the Immolator for now? Come up with a better plan. Play out our hand before we really try and abuse Ambergris. I mean, I guess at this point I'm at least willing to attack with Immolator. There's really no downside. fine trade. Knoll Hunter's make your own beater here. Let's see if they... Sure. Make your own grow champ. Makes sense. It's got vigilance, so... So we'll do ambergris. And we'll do the... What's the straight red one, actually? Oh, damage to opponent? No, I'd much rather do the green one. So we'll discard a forest. Let's see, then I can blow up Thieves' Tools by discarding another forest. I don't need weaponry or another Jahira, probably, so maybe we'll just do this one. If I'm discarding it anyway, this actually kind of makes sense. And I guess I can play the land too. So then I'll only discard 3 things this turn, but they might have removal too, so we'll see. So I've discarded 3 cards this turn. Where do I want to put the counters? Well, I guess it makes the most sense on... oh, it has to be another creature? Well, then Knoll Hunter. Ooh, they made Manticore better, too. Now it's a 3/1. Ah. Very powerful card. So which ones do they get? Mill 5, Exile, and the thing with the life gain and the things. Ooh, Skanos, that's a good one. So we have 6 mana. Do I have to discard? You may discard. Okay, that's good. So we can Dragon's Fire their Coven. Because I think they're going to block probably Manticore on Ambergris anyway. Oh, yeah. Well, I have the Skanos too, but it doesn't really matter that much. I think they're going to block with the... So maybe it actually makes... Huh. I almost want to play Skanos, but... Tough one. Because they're going to block with Manticore, aren't they? Maybe this turn we just play Skanos. Oh yeah, because it gets haste too. That's pretty good. Yeah, I suppose then they don't really have a great block for Jahira either. Wouldn't mind giving it First Strike though. First Strike might actually be able to win us the game here. That's true. We probably hold up. All right. So we have enough to specialize plus Dragon's Fire, so let's do that. I guess we'll discard Rabble Rouser maybe, because I'm going to be playing Dragon's Fire. And then I guess we get in with these two. Yeah, I don't want to discard. So they'll take 6. Let's see. So we should probably kill this Hourglass Coven now, because otherwise... Actually, let's see, we got 18 cards left. Maybe we kill the Draining one? Drain or the Mill one? Or the one that pumps them both? I mean, them being 3/3s doesn't really matter, so we probably kill this one, I think. I think the Drain one, just to preserve my life total. But we want to do it now because otherwise they can get it back with Kaga. So we'll kill this one. The Drain one. And now at least they can't get it back. Because they weren't put there. Oh, from your library this turn? I see. Well, I'm glad I didn't kill the bigger one, I guess. So for some reason... Oh, they have 2 of them? Wow. That's cool. It seems pretty good. And they can get Baby Lysaga. Cool. All right. So all of our dudes are already turned here. So we can at least get in for lethal, which is good. And we have Fireball, which is also good. Do I have to attack with all 3? Yeah, because otherwise I think they're going to kill us. I threaten lethal by just attacking with 2, so maybe we do that instead. Let's see, because they're going to play an Hourglass Coven, get more blockers. I think I have to go for possible lethal here with Fireball, in my opinion. This does kill us on backswing, but it's not like we're not getting any stronger in the late game, I don't think, so... Okay, so let's see. They take 6. So then I kill the one that drains, and then they get in for 3, 6, 7. So they don't have lethal. Unfortunately, if I kill this one with the Fireball and keep my Ambergris, then I definitely die. So I guess we wait. No, I can't wait, though. I have to do this before their upkeep. So let's just see what happens. I think if I end up taking damage here, we lose. Well, that's good, I guess. We might still lose. I'm not 100% sure. I think we lose. Maybe we don't. So they have 2 of them, huh? All right, we'll go to the next game here. Let's see. Oh, it's a legend too. I see. So they basically got a free block because then they wouldn't have been able to even play the other one unless... I see. It's weird that that's a legend. I mean, makes sense that it's a legend in the sense that it's an insanely powerful card that's too good and limited and will never see a lick of constructed play, mostly because it's just made for alchemy. But it doesn't make sense in the fact that, I don't know, then I guess it comes off as a legend. The name, for some reason, strikes me as less legend, but I guess it's kind of a legendary name. Well, I think once again we probably need to shift into aggro mode in order to actually have a chance at winning. So let's dump the Eder Cap. And was weaponry wasn't that good, right? No, I don't think it is. Kill some things, but we'll dump the weaponry. Bring in the Warcallers. Could actually dump the Fireball and do more of a, archery plan too. Push more damage through. Try and be aggressive here. Maybe Fiend Lash is too too slow too, but it's if they're at a low enough life total, Fiend Lash could win the game. I could see that. All right, we'll try this, I think. All right, sand will do. Immolator and Knoll Hunter are pretty good together. Ah, that's a good one. So I can get in with the Immolator here. Then play the Skanos, most likely. All right, so we have Jahira. So probably want to discard a red for Skanos purposes. So discard versus, or Ambergris versus Knoll Hunting Party. Probably the Ambergris. So we'll, even though I kind of like Ambergris here, we'll discard the Ambergris, and then I guess I can still follow up with Jahira as well. Can't quite play the Knoll Hunting Party. I guess if I discarded Knoll Hunting Party, but the double team I think makes it probably worth it. I think. So they'll probably follow up with the Witch's Coven. They'll block with the gas. They'll get a treasure because they're only rocking one black right now and they have 2 in their deck. So they'll block with gas, make a treasure. Probably take 9. And then they'll follow up with the Witch's Coven, which is going to make still, even with big Skanos, probably a little bit tough to erase. So we'll do Jahira. And I guess I can keep the forest because Jahira, but they'll probably just play a Witch's Coven. That's my guess. Or find one from milling. I mean, good news is you kind of have to block here. That is the good news. And I'm like an arcane archery away from winning. That's kind of good too. All right, so they got Skeleton Maker and thing that makes things weaker, but this doesn't give trample, unfortunately. Well, it's no biggie. They don't have any way to block it, so at least it's like a game-winning card here. So, yeah, we'll have to play land. We'll get in with Skanos and Knoll Hunter, which does still make them chump both. Sure. That guy still doesn't die, so I guess I'm all right with that. Because they have the 4/4, they can block the... The 4/4 they can block the Dread Lenorm with now. A couple 4/4s they can block Dread Lenorm with. Well, at least they lost the other Coven, I guess. Okay. So no artifacts or enchantments to blow up. So force them to chump Owlbearer. And we'll end up playing... So they're going to chump with Owlbear and 2 other things. And then we can follow up with Knoll Hunting Party and Knoll Hunter, so that's pretty good. I see. So their plan is double block the Dreadlenorm, but that's not going to work if I Skanos it. Only first strike on my turn, so we'll take it. It's a Warlock. That's nice. Skanos. So I can even play another Skanos, which is nice. So we can get in with... So now they have to chump. I see. So the most likely play, yeah. I think we can fairly comfortably get in with everything, other than Jaheira. Because we're going to double team. So this... Well, can they even comfortably... Yeah, they can... Let's see, then they jump there. Block there. I wonder if... Do I just let Dreadlenorm die? I think that's the real question. Because they'd have to double block it. That's got to be tricky for him. Because this makes Knoll Hunter a lethal creature too. Then we'll have lethal. I think I'll pump here. This might not be right, but I feel like if I do this, I just have so many... I have a lot of lethal creatures, and they don't have amazing blocks here. Plus, we're double teaming plus playing another Skanos. Oh, I won't be able to turn into another red Skanos, but that's all right. So I think I actually kill the Owl Bear, because if they have a res card, I don't want them to get the Hourglass Coven back. I guess I maybe could have attacked with Jahira. No, I think they would have just had to block differently, but this probably works still, so. All right. So let's go to game 3 here. Does Jahira do anything besides blow up Thieves' Tools in this match? Not really, huh? I suppose not. It's a 2-3. Almost wonder if something would be better, but it's also a 2-drop. And we need to get the jump on them. I could dump one Jahira for another Warcaller. You know, honestly, it's not the worst. We are trying to aggro them down. I do feel like our lower curve is one way to do that. If they had a boatload more in artifacts, enchantments, I could see doing it differently, but I think we'll try this. Just because they're legends, you know, having 3 of the same legend in a limited deck might not be the best plan. I think we're going to need better in order to win, unfortunately. Yeah, I think we're going to need this. And then we'll dump the green mana. You know, we need a hand that can beat double Witch's Coven, so we kind of gotta pop off early. All right. Play a Knoll Hunter here. So I think we'll just stay back. And I'll probably play the Arcane Archery because that'll make Skanos bigger too. At some point. So they can make indestructible if they want, or they can sack it. Or Deadly Dispute. Quite a few options. Alright, so we have a Rabble Rouser. Let's just do Rabble Rouser plus Fiend Lash. It does mean I missed out on my pump on Skanos, but we didn't get the land we needed, so we're going to have to just accept that. Alright, so we get the 5th land now. We'll do Skanos. I can specialize, get the first strike train going. Nice thing is we have Trample with our Rabble Rouser too. So I'm probably discarding Dragon's Fire just to get the Trample train going here. Okay. So we want the first strike, which means I probably discard the Dragon's Fire. I do see the problem though. The Dragon's Fire can kill. I see. Tricky. So I think we'll actually equip here. Get the double team going. Because if I give that first strike, they can multi-block it and still get me, I'm pretty sure. Like I can first strike kill Baby Lysaga or whatever, but... Okay, so I can Dragon's Fire and Trample in. They choose to take it. I'm actually going to kill Baby Lysaga on my turn. And the reason is... They can sack it to Skullport Merchant otherwise, but... They can do the indestructible spell. I'm fine with that too. Okay. I mean, they did lose a treasure. They're not at Coven mana. Rabble Rouser's still a threat. I can turn First Strike Dude into a big First Strike Dude. Alright, that's fine. Oh, so now we can just discard a mountain. And they don't have the means to kill my Skanos now, which is good. Oh, they still take trample. So that's good. So they can play the Coven. But rabble-rousers are still pretty lethal, so... So I feel like they're in a pretty tough spot now. Yeah. And we definitely pumped the Trampler. That should be lethal. Doesn't really matter how they block here, I don't think. They're dead. The attack there was greedy on their part. But maybe they were just frustrated, I'm not sure. All right. Lost sound effects again. Not sure why, but that's all right. Ended up going 2-1. Like I said, round 2, I made a pretty critical error there in the blocking order. Possibly ended up costing me game. Pretty decent chance it ended up costing me the game, but can't do anything about it now, so that is that. What's done is done. Let's do some pack one, pick ones. At least I got to beat a double Coven deck. That feels pretty good. Let's see. Pack one, pick one here. Signature spell is kind of a cute card. Is it good? I'm not sure. I mean, you get 2 spells out of it if you have instant sorceries that are mana value. And it's mana value specifically 3, not 3 or less. So that's tough. Probably not worth taking. Kaga was pretty cool for my last round opponent. I like this card. It is double color off the bat, but otherwise I could take Black Dragon. It's expensive. It's okay. Usually kills something sort of relevant. It's expensive, but can be good. Maybe Black Dragon's worth it. All right. Well, easy Hourglass Coven there, but other good cards in here in the Sea Tower Imprisonment, and the Innkeeper is a very good green-white life gain deck card. Blood Money. Well, lost 1 game to this, so kind of expensive for a Mythic. I mean, blowing up all creatures is good, but I don't even know if this is worth it for 7 mana. I did give up that game, but still 7 mana is... You can get run over by the time you get to 7 mana to destroy all creatures. Maybe Grim Bounty would be better. Liara is very good. This is just the double team all-star. Really great card. Could almost see taking Liara over removal. I think this effect is that good. White-red's got the double team, and it gives double team, so I maybe go Liara. I do think that card is very good, even though it's 2 color. And then here, probably the Rasad. Great card. Comes in, deals with something. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.